Play good. The very latest information on an amazing film. Reaching out into other worlds. You're gonna dig this. You are now entering Zone.
Last week I told you how great games make you foam at the mouth. Well, the same thing happens when the game you expect to be a winner turns out to be a loser. Coming up soon on The Zone, we let you know the games to avoid, the lame games. But that's for later. This is for now. Zone. Coming your way today on The Zone, we eyeball some of the loudest, toughest, weirdest, and wildest games this side of Play Fighter. Like Nintendo's outrageous rock and roll racing, Sega's new heavyweight boxing contender, Prize Fighter, there's Castlevania, Mutant League Hockey, Young Merlin, and Jimmy Connor's tennis. In Arcade Zone, we suss out Raiden 2, and on the PC, it's the stunning Rebel Assault. The Clay Fighter comp moves into overdrive. Yep, that was the fast word, guys. And we intro a new member of the Zone crew. Hi, Janice. That's today. That's now. That's...
We've had loss of signal now.
Like the name suggests, rock and roll racing is big on music. It's also big on destruction, obstruction, aggression, and plenty of good old-fashioned mayhem. Sort of like World Championship Wrestling on wheels. Very big wheels. Driving skills are required, but certainly not a necessity. And if you failed your driving test, but are a big shot on the dodgems, this game's for you.
This is rock and roll. Fast, loud, aggressive, in-your-face action. Next to Super Mario Kart, this is the wildest racing game around. If anyone's in front of you, blow them up. If they're behind you, drop a landmine.
This game is brutal. Although the graphics are a bit murky, the cars are heavy duty, the tracks are full of twists and turns, and the pace is pretty full on. The music rocks out with some classic tunes, and the sound effects are loud and chunky.
The controls are excellent, and the sound is the best I've ever heard from a kart game. The music's cool, and the announcer is amazing.
The controls and view take some getting used to, and can be frustrating. But once mastered, it's great fun to play, especially wiping out your opponents.
Rock and roll racing will have you hooked for months. It's worth a big 87.
Heaps of music and options, and a fab 2-player mode will keep you coming back for more race and carnage. Overall, 83.
Taking your console out for a night on the town is not a pleasant experience. What with plugs, cables, joysticks, and a selection of your fave games all needing to travel with you, a casual excursion can turn into a nightmare. This nifty carry case from Universal changes all that. There's plenty of room for all your gizmos, including a console, plenty of padding for things that go bump in the night, and of course, an extra strong carry strap. All this will set you back $50, but for the freedom it gives you, it's worth every cent. If you're a mutant and you're into sport, ice hockey's the ideal game for you. The rules are pretty much non-existent. Organ music is considered entertainment, and you get heaps of padding to cover up your mutating bits. To make things even more interesting, the programmers at EA have added exploding pucks and other gory goodies to the mutant's bulging bag of tricks.
What a breakthrough! How many times have you thought to yourself while watching a game of any sorts, man, I wish someone would blow that damn referee up? Well, now's your chance. This just happens to be one of the many such sly mutating tactics at your disposal with this card.
Here we go, dudes. The people at EA have done it again with their mutants. This time, guys, they're on ice. With 23 mutant teams and 23 outrageous arenas to play in. It's the heaviest and funniest time you can ever have with a puck.
The downside with this hockey game, however, is that as a hockey game, it's sour. Not majorly sour, just your ordinary, average, everyday sour. The scrolling's jerky, the controls are flighty, and it gets confusing as an Irish road map when the action heats up.
Mutant League Hockey has a ton of features, such as weapon use and exploding pucks, which makes it major ballistic, dudes. So if you enjoy a good laugh, or you're a serious hockey head, then check it out. It may just blow you away. My score, 78.
But hey, I thought the only reason they invented hockey in the first place was for an excuse to cause as much grievous bodily harm to your opponent as you could anyway, so long as it's fun. And that's what this game is. It's not a serious game, Just fun. It scores 69.
Coming at you next on The Zone, we have the magical young Merlin. Jimmy Connors makes a big comeback. Muttley brings us the buzz. We put the arcade monster Raiden 2 through its paces and get the lowdown on programmable joypads. You're jacked into The Zone.
Hold it! Stop right there. Before we go into the break, I thought I'd take this opportunity to introduce myself. I'm Janice, and I'm here to prove that despite of what the boys may think, girls are really into games, and we're damn good at them too. When we return, I'll give you all the guff on a great cheat from Nintendo's Rock and Roll Racing. You're hooked up to... what's it called again?
Zone.
With ZL2, the mission's simple.
Simple? She said simple.
Sidelines, here we come.
Engage game power. Good. Thunderhawk CD. That should confuse them.
Thunderhawk on Mega CD. Fly through 48 missions in this full-scale 3D helicopter combat simulation. Fast, responsive gameplay.
This is it.
More power, gamers. Keep that gate open.
Game power increased with Sonic 3. 7 entirely new levels with 3D stages, fireball power-ups, and special bonus stages. Game power increased.
Test the health transfer.
Health transfer NBA Jam to engage special turbo mode. When tonight's matchup appears, press button A 13 times. Hold down buttons B and C until the court appears.
Did you feel that?
No transfer. No transfer.
It's like we're on our own.
You see that?
Jet formation!
Jet transformation.
The aerial bots are taking a shot. Silver bolts blasting Combaticon. They can all change and be rearranged to form a super robot Superion. The Combaticons are warring. Onslaught is roaring. Here's one metamorph in Dudigus. They all combine to kick Superions behind as the big bad battle in Bruticus.
Now it's brutal!
No! That's Bruticus.
Transformers Generation 2 aerial bots and Combaticons, each sold separately.
Please, please. It's called Zone.
We're now in the approach phase. Everything looking good. We're 3 minutes away from a loss of signal. Still looking very good.
You are now entering the zone.
As promised, this is a cheat to get Olive, you know, the little fat dude from the Lost Vikings, as your driver in Rock and Roll Racing. What you got to do is go to the Select a Hero screen, hold down the left button, the right button, and the select button. As you scroll through the drivers, eventually you'll come upon Olive. Then get into it. Remember, Rock and Roll Racing is only available on the SNES.
Young Merlin is the tale of old Merlin when he was just a whippersnapper. The tale kicks off with Merlot, as his mates call him, waking from a dream with delusions of saving a hot maiden from the clutches of the hugely evil Shadow King. Complete with very baggy trousers and a pocket full of tricks, Merlot sets off on his own magical adventure.
Young Merlin is a game for everyone. Whether you like adventure games or not, whether you're young, old, or just plain hopeless, you'll enjoy playing this massive role-playing quest.
Playing this is almost like watching a cartoon. The backgrounds and sprites are well done, and there are some funny touches to the characters. They have great sound effects too, although the music is a bit dull for me.
It's a big game full of puzzle solving, monster bash and fun. The graphics are nice and bright, and the sound is excellent. But the best thing about Young Merlin is that there's heaps of stuff to do, and it'll take you a lot of time to do it. So I'd give it 84.
It's an original take on role-playing games that's mostly successful, though I still prefer Zelda. If you're into RPGs though, definitely check this out. Overall, 83. That's a matter of opinion.
I don't know. What do you think?
I like it. I told you.
There it was, the first password. Strange or what? Time to check out a gizmo designed to make those super hard fighting combos as simple as saying, Muttley.
Another little contraption designed by the Boffins to make gameplay as easy as button ABC. Programmable joypads are a great concept. All your best moves captured to use anytime, anywhere. Just a word of warning. These little dudes take time to program, and in the end, it can be quicker just to do the moves firsthand. Having said that though, they do make extra complex fighting moves real easy. They also make ideal training wheels for the very young or ma and pa. But like the Game Genie, it's taking the easy way out, which in the end won't make you a better player. How you doing? It's Muttley here again. I've got some more zone terminology for you. Today, it's scrolling. This is basically the way the game moves across a screen. If it's jerky, that's bad. If it's smooth, that's good. And if it doesn't move at all, well, you better see a doctor.
Raiden 2 is as tough as nails. To conquer this sci-fi flying battle-a-thon, you have to shoot straight, be able to fly at right angles, and have nerves of steel.
Raiden 2 is a sequel machine looking to build on the success of the original. It has to be one of the busiest screens I've seen. The playfield is always full of enemy fighters shooting in all directions and saturating the screen with bullets, lasers and missiles. You can just squeeze your ship through if you know the right path. There are 8 levels to get through with at least one boss at the end of each level. The original graphics, sound and features have been pumped up to make it an even better game with a fantastic range of weapons up for grabs. Old fans will love the improvements, and with a new set of features, Raiden 2 looks to capture a whole new set of players too.
Pre-Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, to fight meant 2 men climbed into a very small ring and proceeded to destroy each other with left-right combinations, uppercuts, jabs and roundhouse rights. No high kicks, roll attacks, ice blasts or intricate special moves. Just 2 big buffy men trying to earn a crust. Digital Productions for Sega have produced a CD boxing extravaganza hoping to rekindle the flame.
Let's get ready to rumble! Or something like that. This game's got the atmosphere of a biker party at a science convention. That's to say, it's aggressive. Video footage in the game puts you in the shoes of the boxer seeking the ultimate boxing goal. To be able to go, Adrian! While simultaneously winning the World Championship title.
Step out of the limo and into the ring and go one-on-one with this latest boxing interactive game from Sega. You're the kid, a boxer with a lot of heart and fight. But to take on the champ, first you got to prove to us you can win.
There's only one small problem with this game though, the gameplay. You view the game through a screen half the size of your own TV, watching the other boxer dance all around the ring and move into fight when he wants to. Your arms geriatrically lash out in front of you like they're swatting flies instead of boxing, while your actual punches have a harder time registering than a mosquito bite on an elephant's butt.
Take on 3 tough hombres in true video boxing. In other words, guys, realistic video fighters, to see if you've got what it takes. The game has awesome graphics with excellent scrolling. It'll definitely be a true boxing classic. So now it's time to throw on your gloves and take your best shot. Can you become the champ? A score of 85.
So, generally, the fight ends with you on the canvas waiting for the cleaner to come and sweep you away. It looks great, it sounds great, but it plays like a dog. And if I wanted a boxing movie, I'd go and buy Rocky. It gets 55.
I'm gonna take you to a place you've never been before.
Coming up, we've got The Buzz, JC Tennis, Star Wars Rebel Assault and more. You're switched onto The Zone.
Zone.
Preceded by an adjective like old, cool or smelly. Dude, it's often overused. An example of this is...
Yo, check it out, dudes. Cool dudes. Major ballistic dudes.
Later, dude.
Okay, time to give you some info about the Clay Fighter comp. Now, to qualify for the Fab trip flying Air New Zealand stateside to visit Ocean Software, you must do the following. Fill in the coupon in NMS Mag, collect the Clay Fighter barcode, and write down the password seen here on The Zone. And you could be one of the 2 totally spun-out winners. Now, don't panic and send in the codes and the rest of the info today, though, because there's still 1 more week to go. Now, if you happen to miss the first 2 passwords, here's your chance to stay in the running.
It's different. That's a matter of opinion.
I don't know. What do you think? I like it. I told you.
The last tennis video game I played put me to sleep. So I was surprised, no, stunned, to discover that Jimmy Connor's Pro Tennis is getting good raps from both sports fans and members of the Anti-Tennis League alike. Perhaps the programmers have taken notice of my suggestion to add a bit of good old-fashioned biffo to the game. Let's see.
Jimmy Connors is a very old man. He used to play an okay game of tennis, but his video game is actually pretty good. It's got all the shots and lots of options, and once you get the hang of the controls, you'll be running old Jimmy all over the court.
Compared to Super Family Tennis, this is a more serious sim. The sprites aren't as cute and squashed up, and you have a wider range of shots.
The graphics and sound aren't spectacular, and as a 1 or 2 player game, it's not quite as good as Super Tennis. But with a 4-player multi-tap, it doesn't get much better than this. 85.
A huge range of options and 3 skill levels make this game suitable for everyone, plus a 2-player mode that really livens things up. If realism is what you want, you'll enjoy this over other tennis video games. However, it won't convert you if you're not into the sport to begin with. Overall, 80.
I'm gonna take you to a place you've never been before.
Well, it's a buzz time once more. Time to fill your head with news-type video gaming information from around the world. And here's a bolt of interesting info from Las Vegas, where the Winter Consumer Electronics Show was held. They had like a Grammy...
How you doing? It's Muttley here down in the cave. I was looking at that just now and thinking, I was having a bad day. So I brought you some good news. Sure, at the Las Vegas CES there were some winners. Super Metroid, Virtual Racing, Seventh Guest, good games to check out. But the real news is what's coming up off the Mega Drive. I say off the Mega Drive because there's an adapter coming out called Project Mars. In other words, that's what it's called at the moment. What you do is you slot this doobie whacker on top of your Mega Drive and it lets you play the new games that will be coming out on the Saturn, like Virtua Fighters and Daytona Racing. It's got a chip in it that reads arcade chips, like arcade machine chips, and so you can play all these games. It's not as good as the Saturn will be, but it's pretty damn good. Sony, one of the hugest names in entertainment, have just got right into video games just now. They've given Zone a sneak preview of what they're going to have in '94, and there's some big games and some huge surprises. So stay tuned to the Zone, and we'll tell you what's happening. And now for an apology. Us at the Zone have been calling the TZM hotline the TMZ hotline. Butthead, I don't know. We're sorry about that. TZM, that's Time Zone Magazine, they're huge and they're really good guys. They're running a Mortal Kombat 0055 line. The number is 005526 It's huge, give it a call. It's 55 cents a minute and check your olds permission first, but it's worth the call. All right, I've had my rave, now I'm going to get back to watching the program. Let's get back to the boring bloke. Check this out.
Well, now that I've had my go, I'll go. But remember, I'm Muttley and you're not.
Approach phase, everything looking good. We're 3 minutes away from a loss of signal. Still looking very good.
You are now entering the zone.
I don't want to give the impression that I'm taking over the show, because I'm not. That's next week. Right now, let's switch to PC mode at the controls. Adam.
Now, okay, even though it's true that a new Star Wars game that didn't even work would score above 80 from me, I feel I can safely say that this is not just a game, but a movie-like cinematographic experience. It has digitized video footage and speech from the film, used not only in some of the best intros and cutscenes ever, but also integrated into the actual gameplay. Rebel Assault's sound relies on samples of everything from laser blasts to TIE fighters screeching past. They're all sampled straight out of the movies, and all the action is played over the original soundtrack of the film. Now, it hurts me deeply to say this, but even with a joystick, let alone a mouse, which is near impossible, controlling your ship is a bit of a struggle. But considering that the rebel forces were always struggling to defeat the Empire, I'd rather consider it an attempt to make the game more realistic than call it a problem, which is why it only gets a 90.
We're now in the approach phase, everything looking good. We're 3 minutes away from a loss of signal. Still looking very good.
You are now entering the zone.
Coming up, the last of today's passwords, Castlevania and some other stuff. That's next on The Zone.
With ZL2, the mission's simple.
Simple? She said simple?
Sidelines, here we come.
Engage game power. Good. Thunderhawk CD. That should confuse them.
Thunderhawk on Mega CD. Fly through 48 missions in this full-scale 3D helicopter combat simulation. Fast, responsive gameplay.
This is it.
All power gamers, keep that gate open.
Game power increased with Sonic 3. 7 entirely new levels with 3D stages, fireball power-ups, and special bonus stages. Game power increased.
Test the health transfer.
Health transfer NBA Jam to engage special turbo mode. When tonight's matchup appears, press button A 13 times. Hold down buttons B and C until the court appears.
Did you feel that?
No transfer. No transfer.
It's like we're on our own.
Hey, brother, how you doing? Pretty good, bro. Cool. What's happening? What are we doing? We're just up to that bit on Castlevania now.
Oh, yeah. Castlevania. I forgot to do an intro for that.
You what?
They didn't. I forgot to do an intro. What am I going to do? They're going to kill me.
Chill out, man. I got the ticket.
Castlevania. A game all about killing vampires.
There you go.
Okay, what's the first thing that comes to mind when I say platform beat 'em up? Now, if your answer's a railway station on a Saturday night, then I think you should rethink your choice of where you hang out. But if your answer was games such as Castlevania, then you're going to be one happy game jammer.
Check it out, guys. Castlevania The Next Generation. In this 6th level nightmare, you must stop the evil, diabolical Countess Bartley at all costs from resurrecting the ultimate nightmare, the Master of Darkness, Count Dracula.
With smooth controls, beefy bosses, and a host of attack moves, this is a platformer in the old sense of the word. By that I mean, they pay more attention to the gameplay grindage rather than how pretty the game looks. But then again, when you're talking about a game that's solely based around the eradication of vampires, then how pretty can it be?
This awesome game offers excellent graphics in both character and scenery form, with a totally huge number of enemies to face along the way. Smooth animation and great sound effects makes this a challenging but cool platformer. I give it an 83.
The music's real cool and eerie, and the action's beefy, which makes for an excellent night's grind. In my book, this scores an 80.
We're now in the approach phase. Everything looking good. We're 3 minutes away from a loss of signal. Still looking very good.
You are now entering the zone.
If your fave game is getting a bit grungy from overuse, you can do one of two things. A, swap it with your best buddy's brand spanking new model when he's not looking, or B, invest around 15 big ones and clean it with this sucker for your Super Nintendo, or this dude if you're a Sega head. Both will do the job without any hassles, and at just $15, it's better than ripping anyone off. Well, that's it for today, guys. Next week, the final password in the wicked Clay Fighter comp. We'll also check out one of the big winners from the CES, the CD Flight Sim, Tomcat Alley. We'll take a bash at the art of fighting, catch up with Sonic 3 and Flashback, go karting with Mario and his little buddies, and go tournament crazy with NBA Challenge. See you later. Bye now.
Not a bad shot. Not a bad shot. Yeah, it's getting there. Definitely getting there.
Yeah, I particularly like that bit you did, that pirate thing. That was very good.
But we'll get better. Next week will be cool.
Bitchin'.
It'll be huge.
Awesome.
Vibey. Extremely gratifying.
Wow. I mean, it's just going to be amazing.
Ballistic.
Excellent.
Dig.
Dig.